right, we are live. Well, hello everyone. I'm Santiago, and I'm right here with one of the greatest realtors here in San Diego, Roxanne Gavari. And lovely day today here in San Diego, and we're here to, have a video for you guys on how San Diego neighborhoods impacts the value of your home. So, you don't want to say something, Roxanne, before we get started?
Yes, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. Great to be here, Santi, short for Santiago, and
Yep.
um, and I want to acknowledge the victims of LA County's fire. Our thoughts and prayers are with you out there, and we hope that the fires subside as quickly as possible and that you are able to recover and rebuild. And we're here with you, and if there's any help that we can give, we're happy to do so. So, with that being said, let's talk about neighborhoods, and
Yep.
let's talk about San Diego.
So,
So
yep. To get started, let's go ahead and I wanted to ask you a quick question since, like you said, you've been in the business for almost, well, 30 years. So you know a lot about San Diego. So, with the first point that I question that I would kind of have here is prices in, coastal versus inland, locations, Pacific Beach versus Poway. How's that looking?
So good question. In terms of, I was actually having this conversation with somebody this morning, another seasoned agent that I was talking about, and to the fact that our market is San Diego County is a vast county. As a matter of fact, we can compare and see which one is bigger in terms of um, size. San Diego County's size. So San Diego County is about 4,500 square miles. And just to give our audience some perspective, uh, LA County, LA County is 4,000 square miles. So San Diego County is actually a bigger county than LA County, and LA, as everybody knows, is vast. So that being said, we're very spread apart. Yes, we have our downtown area, and we have a lot of vertical living downtown. And yes, our in the current years, we have been popping up ADUs all over the place, and we're making things a lot more dense. But in general, there our county is widespread. Now, given the fact that we're so close to the water, we also have a wide difference between what's coastal and what's not. And so Pacific Beach, coastal town, Poway, um, I would call it more like a mountain town, right?
Okay.
Both within San Diego County, both their own little towns. Pacific Beach is part of San Diego, the city of San Diego. Poway, it's its own city, but within the San Diego County. And so closer to the water, more expensive in price per square foot than if you go moving towards Poway. So
Okay.
that's how I would generalize it between the difference between PB,
Yeah.
short for Pacific Beach, versus Poway, which
Okay.
is um, further out towards mountains.
And what about like school districts? Like, how can school districts affect the value? Like, let's say, areas like Carmel Valley.
So that's a great question, and it's a great question for folks that have school age children. right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So, for example, at this point of my life, my kids are grown, uh, 19 and 21,
Mhm.
and so the school system does not matter to us as much as it did at one time.
Yeah.
Uh, but school system could be very, very important to basically young parents with small children, or with school age children, basically. I recall my kids at one point. I was asking my daughter, and she was saying, "Well, I'm not going to go to the bathroom when I'm going to school, so I better not drink because I can't go to the bathroom because the bathrooms are not clean enough for me to use,
Yeah.
or not safe enough for me to use." So that obviously affects your decision of which part of town you want to live, if that is a
Yeah.
concern. And I would also say that that translates into how well the kid does in a school, and therefore how well the school does in terms of their numbers and scores. And and therefore the price of homes goes with that. For example, Poway or Carmel Valley, which you mentioned, are are areas within San Diego County that are known to have very good school systems. Therefore, the homes that have access to those school systems are going to be more desirable. They're going to be more in demand, and they're going to be higher in price, because the parents with young children want to
Yeah.
make sure that their kids make it to great schools that are um, feeding into those schools. Basically, the houses and the neighborhoods that are feeding into those schools.
Okay. Okay. I mean, and here also another good, question that I think I got. I mean, like walkability too and amenities. Like here in our North Park office, we're pretty close to a lot of to shops and restaurants, bars, and as well as you in Del Mar right now in our Del Mar office, you have you know right there in Camino Del Mar, you have a lot of shops, bars, restaurants. How does that affect the your home's value if you live in areas like those?
It's interesting that you bring up the walkability, because we talked about schools and we talked about the desirability of homes because of schools. Walkability, at least to me, I feel like it's at the other end of the spectrum. So, for example, if you are at an age where your kids are grown, and you're empty nesters, and now you have time to, or you're either empty nesters or you're retirees. Now you now have a lot of time, right? You want to be you want to dine out, you want to go out, and you want to meet with friends, and you want to have a good time, and also you have money, to spend on going out to restaurants and bars.
Yeah.
So walkability is highly desirable, because if you can just come out of your house and walk 2 blocks to a neighborhood restaurant, that makes the quality of life really, really enjoyable. And like you said, we have neighborhoods within San Diego, like North Park, or like Del Mar, or somewhere in between. You mentioned PB, where you can actually have that access to walkable neighborhoods and beautiful homes, right? Where you still can have beautiful homes with access to amenities without having to use cars. Although I have to say, San Diegans and Californians, we love our cars, and we love the convenience of using our cars,
Yeah, I
right?
agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I drive everywhere, so but yeah, I mean, those are kind of the main 3 points that I had on, how those things can affect your home's value. I don't know if you have some examples that you can, bring up for us.
Absolutely, would love to share some examples. So we were talking about we were talking about those neighborhoods. So let's go and actually explore some of those neighborhoods and talk about that.
Sounds good.
So I am going to actually go into our MLS, and MLS stands for Multiple Listing Service. It's basically our version, the realtor's version of websites such as Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, any of those, Realtor.com. This is where everything starts, and then from here it downloads into all of those websites where then the public gets access to that information. So let's look at Poway, and then compare that to PB, and let's also look at North Park, North Park 92104, and Del Mar. Okay, so let's look at homes. What do you think? Because we're going to have a lot of things. So, and then let's give it the price range just for the fun of it, so that we can compare what you get in each neighborhood for the money. What do you think?
I agree. Let's go for it.
Okay, so let's go from 1 million to about 2 million, because just so that we can narrow it down a little bit and see what we get for that. So so that search is now going to give us. It's going to give us first. It's going to give us Poway. So $1 million. Let's see what we get in Poway for $1 million. So 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,000 square feet. Okay, and let's take a look. Okay, it looks like a home that has been remodeled, and it looks like a corner lot, and it's actually, this is a beautiful home, very nicely done. So that is beautiful, I would say. Beautiful bathroom. I love the colors. And 1-car garage, nice size backyard. So, oh, look at that. Also, a floor plan is always very good to have. And so there is what $1 million gets you in Poway. So let's go back and see if we can move to North Park and see what $1 million gives us there. Now, here's the interesting part that I would say, Santi. In Poway, you get 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,089 square feet for $1,005,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I were to get to North Park, now just from the surface of it, looks like 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, 975 square feet. It's a brand new build for $1,180,000. So I almost am $180,000 more for smaller square footage, but you have walkability. So that I guess tells you the value of walkability, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So all right, and let's see if it's better or worse than the house in Poway. So the first thing that I'm noticing is it's a vertical house, right?
Yep.
Still beautifully done. Everything is at your fingertips. It's still very nice, but looks like the yard is vertical rather than the yard that we saw in Poway with a lot of land. This one does not seem to have a whole lot of land.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not mistaken, you have 2 units here. or maybe you don't have 2 units, but you
I think
have
it's 3 floors.
3 floors, right?
Yeah,
So first floor, you have living room, kitchen, bathroom. Then you have the stairs. You have a primary bedroom. You have a primary bathroom, and then you have a rooftop deck. But I don't see a second bedroom. Do you see a second bedroom?
it's not on the.
Unless it's not on there.
I think it was in the. Oh
Primary
yeah, in the
bedroom is
first room. In the
downstairs
first.
along with the. Okay, let's
Yeah,
see what the description actually says because I'm still kind of confused whether or not this is 1 unit. So this modern North Park home features a 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath home and a fully equipped studio ADU.
I
All
see.
right, so it's actually 2 units.
Yeah,
So that is very interesting. So to basically 2 1 bedroom, 1 bath units. Okay,
yeah.
so that's the difference. Now let's see. Because we were also discussing what you get in PB and also in Del Mar, right?
Hmm.
So let's see what we get in PB. So for about the same price, 1,150,000, you are looking at 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 800 square feet. Okay, so let's take a look at this and see what we see here. Well, dramatic pictures, that's for sure, right?
Yeah, yep.
Beautiful.
Very
Um,
nice.
okay, and that looks like a um, a shared condo space, I would say. The benefit is that you're right by the water. It's not as updated as the one in Poway or the one in North Park, but it's pretty nice. It still is very nice. But it does look like it's a shared unit. So let's see. Exceptional opportunity situated in one of the best areas of San Diego, and 2 bedroom, 1 bath cottage. And so I would say if it's talking about 2 bedroom, 1 bath cottage, this is almost like a town home where you actually are owning one part and sharing the land with the other 2 units. That's what it looks like to me,
Yeah,
which is something that can be done these days, but that's the difference. So in Poway, you get a lot more buck
backyard.
for your bang for your buck,
Yeah.
right? And
Hmm.
have you noticed something that we picked 4 neighborhoods,
Yeah,
right?
Delmar's missing. I don't see Delmar.
Del Mar is missing. Can you guess why?
It's probably a lot more expensive.
A lot more expensive. So you know what? Let's adjust our criteria because I think this is our problem. Our problem is we set $2 million as the top of our range. So let's put this at 3 million and do another search and see if we get some stuff in Del Mar. Just in Del Mar because we want to see whether or not we can even touch Del Mar for less for 3 million or less. And okay, looks like now we have some opportunities in Del Mar. As a matter of fact, only one opportunity in Del Mar, and that is at 2.5. Hey, it's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 3,000 square feet. Now we're looking at single family homes. We eliminated condos, and so I think this is one of the reasons why we're in Del Mar. We're getting this as the only choice that we get
Yeah.
because I would imagine that if you're going below uh, 1 million or such, you could pull some condos and townhomes. But since we're looking at only single family homes, that's why we're not getting a whole lot of options. So this is what you get for $2.5 million in Del Mar, which is very nice, beautiful home, great size, 3,000 square foot house is great value, but you're still looking at a lot of money. Love the backyard, Love the view. And you have a spa. I wouldn't call this a pool, but it's definitely a spa. And definitely very
It's got some
nicely
great
done.
views too.
Some great views, exactly. So definitely a lovely, lovely home. And it looks like it's a gated home as well, which makes it even more desirable, right? So so definitely a very, very desirable home with a lot of amenities. And let's see if there's a homeowner fee of $655, whereas the other homes that we looked at did not have any homeowner fees. So this one was the one in Poway, right? And let's look at the one in that we looked at in PB, then see if that one had. Yep, this one also has $180 for homeowners fees. So as you can see, there's a lot that goes into it. If you're working with a realtor, they can tell you a lot about what to look for, where to look for, and to compare prices. So those are all small part of what a realtor actually provides in value. So there you have it. I think good testament to if you are thinking of buying or selling within San Diego or anywhere else, reach out to a realtor. They are worth their value in gold. And on that note, Santi, should we share some of our information if our audience want to reach out to us?
Go for it. Yep.
All right, that
And
sounds
definitely
good.
help them out. You know, if they're looking for something or want to buy, sell, always feel free to contact us. We can help you out. You know, give you those details of how your neighborhood that you're in, you know, affects the value of your home as well. So, I mean, even a simple question like that, we can help you answer. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's also our Instagram account, and there's also the phone number for Santi if you want to contact him. And audience, if you are watching this on YouTube, we appreciate it if you give us two thumbs up, and click on that subscribe button. So as we are coming up with new videos, you are notified and you can join us. And if you are on Instagram, we appreciate it if you give us a follow on Instagram. We always appreciate to have you in our corner, and we are able to see you and communicate with you, and of course serve you for any of your real estate needs. Thank you, and make it a great day.
bye, everyone.